Once the love for Jesus is there, should you look for other things? What's up, guys? How you doing? I'm Paul. Morgan's not here this video. This is the Paul and Morgan Show. So welcome back to another Ask Christian Guys. I think you guys enjoy these and hopefully get some good stuff out of them. You guys sent me some good questions centered around love and dating. I'm here to answer them as best I can from a guy's perspective. But first, if you're new here, make sure you subscribe because we make Christian videos on life, love, and dating to help you have hope and be free. Quick shout out to our patrons. Thank you guys so much for supporting Morgan and I, supporting our ministry, supporting these videos. We ran into some equipment problems last week, and because of you guys, our patrons, we were able to fix the problem, upgrade our equipment, and get back on track. So yeah, thank you all so much. If you're not a patron and you would like to support what we're doing on this channel and go deeper with us, patreon.com/Paulandmorganshow. Become a patron, jump on the team. We'll link it below. Oh, and by the way, you guys sent in so many good questions that I just can't get to all of them. So I'm gonna get to some of them this video, and then I'm thinking a part 2. But all right, enough of the pitter patter. Let's just get to the questions. First question, is church a good place to meet someone? All right, church. My answer is yes. Don't limit yourself to only meeting, your guy or your girl at church. But yeah, that's a great place. It's a great starting point. It's a great place to look. Why wouldn't you look at church? Obviously, some churches are gonna have an older demographic. Some churches are going to be smaller. But yeah, when I was in the dating phase, I would always look at church. You've seen the way they worship God, the way they interact with others. You've gotten to know their faith some. I would even say, if you've been going to a specific church for a long time, you love the church, but there's just no one there that's, right for you. It's pretty clear. Maybe once again, small church, older demographic, whatever. I would say be open to visiting some other churches, maybe with your friends, a Bible study, a young adult group service. I'm not saying you have to leave your church behind, but there's nothing wrong with visiting other pastures looking for new cows. Next question. Values to look for besides he loves Jesus. Ooh. So yes, find a guy that loves Jesus. A solid Christian man that has been walking the Christian walk for a little while. Once the love for Jesus is there, should you look for other things? I would say yes. A guy might love Jesus, but perhaps he's kind of new to the faith. Perhaps he's carrying a lot of baggage that, he needs more time to heal from. Perhaps he has recently had an encounter with Jesus and he loves Jesus, but his character is not real strong. Not to say with time, his love for Jesus won't extend to these other areas. Hopefully it will. So let's just go into a few things that I say, look for these things on top of him loving Jesus. Look for a man who is hardworking, doesn't have to be wealthy, but he's got a good work ethic. He's disciplined, that he's not lazy, that he's not idle with his time, that he's not addicted to entertainment. Another one is that he has solid Christian friends that he can receive from, that he allows to speak into his life. If you meet a guy and you're like, oh, cool, he's a Christian, but then you look at his friend group and they're all worldly, they don't love God, they're not influencing him well, and yet, they're his closest friend group, that should be concerning. If a guy is hungry after the Lord, he's going to put friends around him that are going to be able to build him up and speak into his life. Obviously, there could be a whole lot here, but I'm just going to keep this to 3 that have come to my mind pretty quick. The third one is just a humble man. Having a man that just has a heart posture of humility, that is humble before God and is humble before other people, it's going to bless your relationship, your future immeasurably. Next question. How to be bold and ask someone out. All right, I don't have a perfect formula for you. I would just say relax, take some pressure off of you that it has to be perfect, and be friendly. If you're friendly with the person, and this is a guy asking this one, so for the guys, if you're friendly with the girl and just taking a genuine interest, I don't think you need to worry so much about exactly how you say it. So yeah, just muster up some courage. You can do it. And if you get rejected, if it doesn't go great, it's okay. I've always said, be okay with the dating phase being a little bit awkward. To try to avoid awkwardness 100% altogether is probably going to mean you don't date at all. I had plenty of awkward times myself, but I'm grateful for my dating experiences, and it's life. Just be okay with it. For the ladies, I saw we got more questions on, is it okay for the girl to make the first move? Will it scare the guy off if, the girl's being too direct? And I want to cover more of that topic in part 2, so you're just gonna have to watch part 2. Before I jump to the next one, I want to just make sure you're aware we do have a book that we wrote that's very practical. We're hitting a lot of these similar questions about dating. It's called Intentional Dating, Your Need to Know Questions Answered, with a sketch of Morgan and I on the front. You can get a hard copy on Amazon, or you can get the ebook format. A few questions that we hit on in this book: how soon is too soon to say I love you? How to keep the relationship loving and not lustful? What if my family and friends don't support the relationship? Check it out, link below. Next question: do guys notice quiet girls? Yes, they do. I think this is more of a personal preference, but yeah, like when I was in my dating phase, I definitely noticed quieter girls. I think when it comes to these type of preferences, like a lot of us, guys or girls both, we kind of have in our minds what we think we want, but then you meet someone and you realize like, whoa, I'm really connecting with this person. They didn't fit the exact description of who I thought I was gonna end up with, but like, we're just really connecting and I love spending time with this person. The one thing I will say is, for the quiet girls, I would encourage you to be open to taking some risks, to be open to stepping out of your shell a little bit. Maybe if there's a guy that you're like, he's just such a quality man of God and I'm really attracted to him, go try to talk to him. Get around him in the same groups. Step out a little bit, take a little bit of a risk. Don't allow your quietness or shyness to keep you in your room all the time. See what I'm saying? I'm having fun with these, you guys. I hope you're enjoying this. Next question: I'm currently writing letters to my future husband. Do guys appreciate this, or is it weird? Honest question. Writing letters, keeping a journal for your future husband, I do not think it's weird. I mean, obviously, depending on your content of your letters, some could be weird, but as a whole, writing just heartfelt, maybe things you're excited about. Morgan and I actually did that before I met Before I met Morgan, I kept a journal, and especially when I just felt the heavy longing in my heart for, my future wife, I would write entries of what I was feeling, what was going on in my mind and my heart, and I gave that to Morgan sometime around our wedding day, and I think she really appreciated reading it. Same with her. She had kept a journal that she gave to me. I knew she was writing in it while we were dating, and I was really excited to, get to read it, to get to have it once we were married. Not to say, and I guess this just depends like how romantic maybe Jane Eyre, Pride and Prejudice, the guy or girl is, it's not something that I keep under my pillow, Morgan's journal to me, and read it every night, but I really did appreciate reading it that one time, and I will probably read it again. And Morgan, I don't know how often she reads mine, but I know that it meant something to her, and it's just a blessing for, the girls to get to write out what's on her mind and to put some of her thoughts and her hopes and her emotions on paper. Like, it's good for you. It's good for the person writing it. Question: do you think guys and girls should be friends before they date? That's a good question. It's a fair question. I think you're gonna have people that say like, oh, of course I want to be friends before I look at dating someone. But my perspective, and again, it might be kind of the outlier here, I went on plenty of dates with girls that I barely knew. I don't think you have to have this deep friendship first. Having a friendship first, I'm sure that can be a huge plus. You already know them, you know their likes and dislikes, if you connect with them. So yeah, that can be a plus, but I don't think that needs to be there. I didn't know Morgan. I didn't have a friendship with Morgan. We met on a dating app and we started talking, and obviously we became friends along the way while becoming love interests. So yeah, I personally don't think you need the friendship first. I just don't think you should limit yourself. I don't think you should limit yourself to the person I marry has to go to my church. I don't think you should limit yourself to we have to have been friends for this long before we start dating. Like, be open to things maybe looking a little outside the box. Be open to God moving in ways that you weren't totally expecting. All right, guys, so be looking for part 2 coming out very soon, like in the next week and a half. Comment below if any of my answers surprised you. I love the dialogue between us, between you guys in the comment section. Let's keep that going, being helpful and encouraging to one another. And if you have questions that I didn't get to, please comment below. I'll be looking through those as well for part 2. And I'll also be pulling more questions that you guys wrote to me on Instagram. I already have some of those saved on my phone. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy these Ask Christian Guy videos. I know I enjoy filming them. I appreciate you guys. I hope you're having a good day. Have a good rest of your day. We'll catch you again very soon. Have hope and be free. Because we make Christian videos on life, love, and dating to help you have hope and be free. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands. Free, that's weird.